Hyundai is on an absolute tear in 2020. In fact, it's been going on for at least a year, and it will carry on into 2021, releasing well over a dozen, maybe even a dozen and a half new or all new models. And although a lot of them are interesting, they're hybrids and N-line products, SUVs, arguably the car we are looking at right now is one of the most important. This is the all-new 2021 Elantra. In fact, this car pretty much built, or is the rock on which Hyundai built its name in the late 1990s and in the 2000s. Let's just get to the pricing right now. $17,899 for an Essential with the manual transmission. There's a hybrid, there's an N-line, there's a recently confirmed N. But this model is the Ultimate Tech, which is $28,299. To say that that's a considerable amount of money for a car, yes and no, but the value in this car is absolutely stunning. And another thing that is, I don't want to say breathtaking, but kind of leaves me at a loss for words, is the design. This parabolic dynamics design language at Hyundai is, in a word, extreme. And while that does bring a lot of, well, I guess, favorable aspects, it might do what Hyundai's occasionally excessive redesigns have done in the past, which is prematurely date these cars, despite the effort that's gone into. Look at the headlights, the way they flow into the grille. It's unbelievable. I mean, the light kind of helps the way it is. Look at the creases in the doors right across, then it goes back down again. The effort, the work that went into designing this just regular compact sedan, the 7th generation of the Elantra, is unbelievable. Excessive, possibly. In fact, I don't know, there's so much good and very little bad. Like this is the only kind of bad thing where I guess the C-pillar would be, kind of looks cheap, like an afterthought. The profile of the roof is fantastic. Let's just keep going around the taillights in the back. Look how much effort, the design, the 3D event going on here, the LEDs, just the way Elantra is written, it's incredible. But this will forever be the 7th generation Elantra. It's kind of frozen in time despite being such a progressive, innovative design. It's kind of a strange thing. Possibly the only other negative thing, and I noticed the same thing on the Sonata, is look at the line between the hood and the front fender. Depending on the angle you're looking at, it kind of looks like it's open. But right now, all I'm really doing is trying to find problems with a design and a look or style that this car has that is unlike anything else on the road. It's impressive, but kind of scary at the same time. Let's just do our usual tour. Huge trunk. I don't have the exact figures, but as far as compact sedans go, that's quite spacious. And that's pretty much the story. I got this. It's pretty much the story with this car. In fact, the 7th generation Elantra has a longer wheelbase, longer overall, a little bit wider, but lower. That's why it looks so squat and long at the same time. I mean, if you look quickly, you would swear it's an actual Sonata. All right, so let's slide in here. Look, you can obviously tell, I mean, this is the Ultimate Tech trim, so it's the top, so it's got absolutely everything, and the light leather is beautiful. But the other thing too, see, on the inside, you can go extreme. The materials, the finish, very heated seats, just saying. That's my driving position. So just about the space. This is an insane amount of legroom. Headroom is a little bit snug. I think you'll be able to see that when you're sitting in the back, but you can easily slide 3 adults across. Here's another kind of shot of the canvas material that they've used in here on the door panels to match up with the plastics. It looks absolutely premium and high-end. Huge marks to Hyundai for that. Hyundai. Still can't say it right after all these years. Up front, same story, except you get the stitching in here, very smooth, lovely black plastics, and then this it's beautiful, and I think you kind of get a glimpse there of the screens. If you're wondering what this is actually a pad, if you will, for us, well, all of us, in fact, smartphone users that like to have a holder, like you would put it this way. I don't know if you can see the reflection. So this is actually a designated area for that, which is fantastic. The seats, power adjustable with the ultimate tech. The details in here as well. Let's just start it up and you'll get an idea what I'm talking about. Look at that, ultimate tech. That's 10.25 inch matched with 10.25 inch. So, I mean, I don't want to say Mercedes-Benz kinda, but Mercedes-Benz kinda. And the graphics, the menus, the way everything flows, beautiful, high-end. Just to show you, there's the drive mode button right there. So, look at the animation. It's absolutely fantastic. Just the resolution too. Look at that. I mean, it's better than some cars costing 4 times the price of this that I've driven recently. Storage. Oh, here's another cool feature too. Wireless charging, also wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto here, but that's actually cooling for your phone when it's working overtime, charging up and running Apple CarPlay, for example. Love the detail in the handle here. Big piece storage just on the side there. I don't know if you can see it. Door bins aren't that big, but look, the idea is design, it's fit and finish. It's the way everything flows. It's absolutely premium. It is fantastic. I mean, this is knocking it out of the park as far as fit, finish, presentation, premium look. Just a word on the steering wheel. I thought at first in the pictures that it kind of looked bad, but it looks better. The only thing I'm concerned about is bad habits because of the extra spokes here. So it's actually like a 4-spoke steering wheel. Anyhow, you can kind of get an idea of how nice this car is on the inside. Definitely a highlight. The styling on the outside, well, there will be so many on the road that heads won't turn after a while. But like I said, it's beautiful. It's unique. I mean, again, here more details. See, like right there in the chin spoiler, some gloss black plastics to go with like the black chrome style grille. But it's frozen in time, as all Hyundai. So it reminds me of the 5th generation 2010 Hyundai anyway. But from behind the wheel, it's a little bit more conventional, but still very good. So let's go. All right, so driving the new 2021 Hyundai Elantra is essentially what anyone would expect a Hyundai Elantra to behave. Given that a lot of the compact cars in the segment are becoming more and more refined, a little bit quieter, that's exactly what you can expect in this brand new car. One of the reasons why it might be a little bit smoother than some other players is the longer wheelbase now compared to the previous generation. But I can confirm to you right now that I believe that the Mazda 3 remains a little bit smoother, a little bit quieter, and well, a little bit more premium feeling, if you will. Back in action, however, revised, is the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, which provides 147 horsepower, 132 pound-feet of torque. The revisions, better fuel economy, I don't have the exact numbers yet, and on this very brief drive event, I won't be able to tell you anything based on my exact experience. However, indicated right now is 7.6 liters per 100 kilometers, but that's not based in actual reality, in my opinion. Steering and brakes feel really good. I've driven a number of Hyundais this year and last year, and I always complain about a very real dead spot in the on-center feel, meaning that when you turn the wheel, you can feel that there is a void and then it loads up very quickly. This one feels much better, as though that sense of emptiness in the middle is gone. I think maybe one of the most critical issues about this car, it's a highlight, and I've mentioned this before in some Kia products and other Hyundais, it's the intelligent variable transmission that you get in these cars. Now, I mentioned the base essential car still comes with a manual transmission, but that car essentially only exists for the Quebec market. Everywhere else, you can get an essential with the IVT. transmission. So this variable transmission has makeshift shifts programmed into it. And to be quite frank, in normal, in smart, or in sport drive modes, it responds instantaneously. It will not needlessly hold gears, we understand, engine revs, engine speeds, for an extended period of time because it's pointless. It will shift, right, from one to another, meaning that this car actually feels a lot peppier and quicker than the specifications would suggest. Look, it's incredible to think that these compact, affordable cars drive as well as mid-size sedans did only a few years ago, but that is truly the case. And the Elantra is a very, very good example of where these cars are going. The value built into this car, the design, I mean, I know every manufacturer likes to talk about cockpits, right, when driving, but I really do feel like I'm in my own bubble and the passenger is locked away from me, which is kind of a neat sense for a car like this. Look, the ergonomics are top notch. Everything is wonderfully laid out. The fit and finish. This is another impressive product from Hyundai and another impressive product in the segment. As I mentioned, the Mazda 3 remains the most luxurious and premium of them all. But this, as the third best seller in Canada, definitely deserves your attention. The Corolla is still a hero as far as I'm concerned in the segment. I prefer it over the Civic. But this player has just upped the ante, as Hyundai tends to do.